Swimming and diving, getting close to Big East. Head coach Arthur Albiero's here. I'm Sean Moth. Great to see you again as always. Coach, good to have you. And
Thank you.
I know the result against Indiana wasn't what you hoped, but man and women were right there. The men ran into a team ranked 8th in the country. I guess really just big picture, Friday night, Ralph Wright Auditorium, place was packed, senior night. I mean, it was a great atmosphere, 4 ranked teams, and you came out on the losing end on both, but it was a good night of swimming.
Man, that sounds terrible right there. You know, it's what I always tell the team after those tough losses. It's just like, I despise losing. I really do. It just keeps me awake at night. But, you know, but once you get the emotion down, you walk away from that. You know, a lot of times, Sean, it's, you know, and it's a 3-hour meet with a lot of things happening, you know, heat after heat with 4 people in the water. And I'm trying to assimilate as kind of a global vision what's happening, you know, and who's doing what, and certainly keep an eye on the points. But really, I need about 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours to digest the meet. I need to go, I look at the results, I look at everything, how people did. And then I make an assessment. A lot of times I come in on Monday, I'm like, you know what, actually, it was better than we thought.
Sure.
You know, and in many ways, we watch some video and see some things that we thought, man, we just got schooled in this certain area. And in some cases, yeah, we got to do something about it. So, you know, you hate losing, and we felt going into it that we had a shot.
Yeah.
You know, the women, they were ranked 13th, we're 15th. That was going to be a matchup that we felt was going to come down to a couple things, and it did.
It did.
And it did. You know, a couple events. It's, you know, it's 0.6 in diving. It's a couple hundreds in a couple events in swimming, and there you have. That's your 20-point swing right there. You know, so 160 to 140. It's a small margin. You know. So, but unfortunately, things didn't break our way. But I was pleased with the way our women competed. I think it was a good step in the right direction for this group, which in many ways is a pretty young group. You know, we had our senior celebration, and you know, what an honor to really send those guys off, you know, in the proper way with a great home crowd, and you know, and Dr. Ramsey, you know, to be there to send them off, and so an athletic department personnel, and you know, and a guy that you know, the voice of the Cards. Lending his talents to our meet. So I think it was a special evening. You know, and we were, unfortunately, we fell a little bit short, but we walk away from that. We got to learn. Yeah. And we got to make adjustments.
There's always great performances. I seem to remember Tanya Kulyanin was not far off from a pool record. She swam really well. I think she picked up 2 individual wins, and then Corelle Blondell did a nice job in the freestyle in particular.
Absolutely. And you made a great point. I think Tanya is just, you know, it's been really consistently just getting better and making adjustments. You know, she had an opportunity to pursue making the Olympics this past summer. You know, she has dual citizenship. She grew up in Maryland, but her dad's from Finland, and so she had an opportunity, and unfortunately fell short, and that was really difficult.
Yeah.
And took her a little bit to get back on the horse, if you will, and I feel like she really came back ready to play with a new resolve this fall, and I think what you're starting to see now is, you know, she's put together some great performances, and to be able to compete, I mean, she had a tough day. You know, she had a tough races, and to be able to go after you know, a bunch of efforts in a row there, I was pretty impressed, especially finishing with a 400 IM. You know, I don't want to overlook Kelsey Worrell, you know, freshman. Just Kelsey put up some times that are, you know, they're high level national relevancy. You know, if you can go 49 in the 100 freestyle in a dual meet, you know, I think that says a lot. And 147 in the 200 free, and you know, and a lot of different things. You know, so 22.8 in the 50. She's getting better. She's just trying to figure out how this whole college swimming thing really works, and it's been fun to see the progression. You know, so I feel like this group of women is putting a lot of things together going forward. Perfect timing, you know, for championship season. You touched on Corelle Blondell, and he's another one. You know, we try to call him the wise sophomore. We're trying to push him to become that wise sophomore. I think the process is going a little bit at times slower than we wanted.
Sure.
But you know, the guy is a hardworking guy, focused, just really trying to understand how to use his big frame and put that into forward motion. And he's done a great job, and you see those results. And I mean, he's been really consistent and a guy that we're going to rely upon heavily here coming down to championship performances.
Yeah, we're talking about freshmen and sophomores right there in that nutshell.
Absolutely.
So the future is definitely bright. A lot of people that are used to other sports and you compete in 3 days, you compete next week, have trouble adjusting. We're waiting till the 27th of this month here. That's 22 days from now. There's a lot of time in between, but it's a pretty clear regimen of what you want to do with these student athletes as you prepare for the Big East Championships in Indianapolis. And we talked before the show that there is one unique opportunity that you guys present to kind of refine the turns in that with a 15-meter pool. Is that?
Yeah, it's this time of the year. It's about sharpening. It's about in swimming which is a little bit different than maybe most sports. I mean, we train. We train a lot, and then we get to this position now where this is called taper. And for the athletes, so there's a small thing that signifies a big change. Every day, for the most part, we start warm up with the same routine, which is what we call 4-4-4. It's a 400, 4-100s, 450s, nothing fancy, just solid. Everybody knows. And even if they complain sometimes when we give them their free will for warm up, guess what they do? They do 4-4-4.
Sure.
It makes sense. It fits. And you know where you are after that little chunk. Well, on Monday, we moved to 3-3-4. Now it's a 300. 3-100s and 450s, and now it's like, whoa, this is on. It's like 200 yards less, and all of a sudden, like, this is taper now.
Yeah.
It's here. So, and then one of the things we're trying to do today, Tuesday is a good, solid quality day for us. We have an incredible setup with our facility. So we move the bulkheads. We have a 15-meter course, center course, and we have the flag set up, and it's really set up for speed and power and transitions, fundamentals of our sport. So really what we're going to do this afternoon, it's creating an environment where it's really not a whole lot about swimming. It's about athletic ability to get in and out of those walls. And we're going to do our quality set that normally we do on a 25-yard pool. We're going to do that on a 15-meter pool. So instead of doing 100 fast, which would be 4 laps of 25, we're going to do a 90 fast. That's 6 laps. And it's just turn, 2 strokes, turn, kick outs. It will be a leg fryer, but we feel like that's what we need right now. We need that explosiveness, and we're very fortunate to have that in our facility and be able to make those changes. And that's our athletic department working for us again.
Yeah, I put myself in the blocks. I like my shot at a 15-meter freestyle. I think that's a race I could finish. The process obviously continues, and ultimately, while you want a Big East crown, your focus goes down the road into what you guys can do in the NCAAs, and that's kind of been what you've done as a program. And you never want to push down what the Big East means.
No.
But ultimately, there is a bigger goal in mind.
No. And as a matter of fact, I think reflecting upon that, especially with this group of seniors, because this is the first group that really came in and really kind of helped us get over the hump, and so this is definitely a special group. But talking a little bit about that, I think winning the Big East was certainly a goal. It's part of that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's why we do the things we do. We want to win. There's no surprise about that. There's no secret. At the same token, the process in our sport is a detailed one. It's a long one, and really for me, I never felt that our only goal was to do well at the conference level. I felt that we have everything we need here to be successful on the national level, and I really say that with the utmost respect for the Big East and everything that it has represented for us. That being said, the Big East Championships is where we're going to go to solidify our performances for NCAA qualification. So it is a very important piece of the puzzle. And don't get me wrong. I mean, we're going to do everything we can, perform to the best of our ability to try to win a Big East title. But it is a step. It is a process. It's towards getting to the next level. And I think this group of kids more than ever really understands that. Yes, that's where we go, but there's more to it.
Yep. So the National Coach of the Year will look to defend one title and recapture another as they head to Indianapolis, and we'll look forward to talking to you as we turn the calendar to March next time we meet with swimming and diving. Coach, best of luck to you and the team. Really looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
For Arthur Albiero, I'm Sean Moth. We'll talk with you then right here on Cards TV.